Hey everybody, it's Hussein Kabani, your favorite broker, and I just want to touch on some Durham updates for you guys. First off, I really wish I had more updates for you guys on Durham Live, but there isn't too much going on with Durham Live right now because of the whole COVID situation. You know, there are some talks about maybe possibly accelerating some of the additional projects that were going on. I don't think anything there has been firmed up. As you guys are probably aware that it's not just a casino and a hotel. There's a whole bunch of different components that are going to be going up there. The idea with this is to launch the first phase, which was the casino, and see how that kind of goes, and then get approval to continue to build different phases of it. But I think that because of the situation right now and how we could use the jobs and whatnot, I think that they might start to kind of give more approvals to start building more of the property out sooner than later. Once I do get more updates about that, I will let you guys know. From my understanding right now, that casino is basically ready to go. It's done. It's ready. It should have opened back up in like April of 2020 to like VIPs, like as a soft launch and whatnot. You know, because of COVID, it didn't really go forward. From my understanding, it is ready to go. I know that they're still constructing the hotel towers that are going to be going there. The elevator shafts are still in the air. So that is an ongoing project. There's not just a whole lot of updates with details I can give you guys right now on that one. There are some other cool news that has been announced recently, one of which is the GM plant in Oshawa. Looks like they're going to be starting to do pickup truck assembly over there on that line. If you guys remember, they did close that down, but right after they closed it down earlier in 2020, they basically came back and they said, you know what, we've kind of changed our mind about this whole thing, and you know, we might start to do something else with it. Now in November 2020, they've basically come back and they said they're going to do the pickup truck assemblies over there. I believe they are going to be hiring 1,700 workers, and they're investing $1.3 billion into this plant in order to retool it, set up the assembly line in order to accommodate the pickup trucks. There is a catch to all of this, guys, and there's some rumors. I don't know what's true and what's not, and people are talking about it. I heard that this was somewhat of a setup on GM's part to try to get the union out of there. So what they basically did was they moved forward and said, we're going to close this whole thing down. GM basically said, we're going to close this whole thing down and we're going to move away production. They had a lot of people working over there that were getting paid lots of money over there. They had full benefits. There was a lot of perks that were going on that the unions had negotiated over time. And I guess this just was not good for GM anymore. So from what I hear, they pretty much set this up and they basically said, you know, we're going to close it down. We're going to close it down. And then once everyone was kind of gone, they basically come back and said, hey, you know what, maybe we might not. And then about, 10, 11 months later, they're saying they're going to bring this back. These employees that they're going to hire, from what I understand, they're going to be part-time employees or contract, 6-month contract. And I think they kind of have a little bit of a loophole here where they probably won't be able to have a union over there. They probably won't have to pay as much as they were paying before. And maybe the benefits don't even have to be as much as they were before as well, if any. This is all hearsay. This is stuff I'm kind of hearing in the rumor mill. Nothing is confirmed. Just looking at it at a high level, I wouldn't put it past them, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So that's a little bit of an update on the GM plant. There's cool things still happening. Ajax is supposed to get an Amazon fulfillment center, which is under construction right now. It's supposed to be opening up 2021, and that's going to create 1,600 full-time jobs as well. Amongst all of this stuff, if you guys have watched my previous videos, like there is still work going on with a nuclear power plant to start to shut that down. I believe the time frame around that was 2025. It's going to be a huge long-term project. I don't even know if I'm going to be alive when this all going to be shut down and the land is going to be ready for redevelopment. It's an incredibly long process. We've done a video on this. Check out my channel and go and get all those important dates from there. Also, there is still the Pickering Airport that's kind of in the air. The KPMG study did come out, said, they identified need there for commercial flights and possibly specialty aircraft. Again, there's another video on our channel over here. You guys can go and check out information on that. Aside from all of that, what's going on in terms of business, there is more business that has been announced, but it also goes along with new building permits. There's been a lot of new building permits that have been submitted to the city of Pickering, and a lot of these building permits are for residential mid and high rise buildings. So I believe that the city has worked it out where they have been able to increase density in order to accommodate larger condo towers, taller condo towers going up. Some of the examples I can give you is that if you guys are familiar with the area of Brock Road, south of Kingston, north of 401, there's a Walmart Smart Center, I guess, over there. So there's some lands in the back over there where they're talking about 2 to 4 towers that are going to be going up over there. They are having hearings from the city and getting residents input on it. There's another big project that they're talking about at around like Whites and Kingston Kingston Road, a couple of condo towers going up over there. There's another talk about more condo towers going up at Liverpool and Kingston Road on the northwest corner. So there's a lot of these applications that are coming through. Some of the feedback I've been looking at in terms of comments from the residents is, there's going to be increased traffic, of course, which is natural. And I guess people are just trying to get their voices out there and trying to talk to the city and the developers about how they're going to be able to manage this traffic flow. And also it's going to cause a lot of disturbance for people just because of the sheer number of construction workers that are going to be in the area as well. I mean, it is a beneficial thing. There's a lot of cool things that are happening in Durham. The other thing also is that the Kingston Road corridor is going to be expanded. They are going to be running dedicated bus lanes through there. I personally know about land that has been expropriated by Durham Region already, closed on it. They've expropriated. They're starting to mark out lines. So there's going to be dedicated bus lanes. I think the idea is initially the bus lanes will be on the sides and then they're going to move them into the center. And I think there is plans of basically saying they're going to run train like a light rail through the middle of Kingston Road, similar to stuff that you guys may have seen already happen in York Region. This is a little bit of an update in a nutshell of what's happening around the Durham region. If you guys have any specific questions about any of these projects I've mentioned, or if you've heard something, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you guys are hearing about this. There's a lot of projects. It's hard to kind of keep track of it. So if you guys have heard anything, please let me know. If you guys have questions about any of this, again, comment, send me a text, DM me. I'll be more than happy to get back to you guys. Until next time, guys, remember one thing, get Cabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.